Okay. So when we come to rest assured, okay, first question is like, what are the HTTP methods? I told you people, right? Post, get, put, delete. If they ask you what all are the HTTP methods you have come across, you can name these. Okay. Also, one more is patch. These are the 5 methods which we'll be using frequently. So post will use for to add the data or to make an entry in the server side. Get will use to retrieve a data. Put will use to just to replace a data or to update some data. Okay. And delete will use to remove the data or remove some entry. Matlab, if you want to create some customer or create a user, you will use a post. After creating, if you want to see is it created or not, if you want to see the customer, you will use a get. If you want to update the customer with the second name or last name, or if you want to update some data, you will use put. If you want to delete the customer, you will use delete. Patch you will use if you want to update partially. Very specific if you want to update very thing. In those cases, you'll use patch. Okay. Difference between the put and post. Okay. Put will create an entry in the server. Put will edit or replace that entry or a specific value. Okay. So they'll ask you few types of authorization used in APIs. So which all are the authorization? We'll have basic auth, okay, OAuth, then OAuth 2.0. OAuth is nothing but OAuth 1.0, and OAuth 2.0 is another. I'll just explain you what it is. OAuth 1.0 and 2.0. And one more, it will be like cookie based or session based one. Okay. Okay, basic authorization is nothing but it will be there with the just user ID and password you provide and you'll get the authorization. OAuth is nothing but you'll have particular URL where it will generate some authorization. Then you'll have to give it to callback API. Then it will hit. OAuth 2.0 is nothing but, for example, if you log into some Make My Trip, just assume, okay, it will ask you, right, log in with Facebook or log in with Gmail, right? Then what it will do, you will go to that, okay, log in with Google. Then you don't have to enter explicitly anything there, right? That is OAuth 2.0. Okay, session and cookie based is like it will generate one token or something or some cookie that is called session or cookie based authorization. Okay, then they'll ask you one more important question. What is the difference between the authorization and authentication? Okay, authentication is, just see, authentication is the process of identifying the users are checked for providing the access to the system. Okay, for example, if you are using your user ID and password, okay, is it like valid or not? Okay, that is your authentication. While authorization process, persons or users, authorities are checked for accessing the resources. Okay, once you get the authentication or authorization, okay, authentication, you will get one authorization, right? By using that, if you give that authorization, okay, do we have access for this or not? This authorization is valid or not? If we check that, that would be authorization. It is done before the authorization process. If you want to achieve authorization, first authentication should be done. Okay, while the process is done after the authentication process. It needs usually a user's login details, while it needs a privilege or security level. That means it needs a token or the authorization which is generated from the authentication. Okay, that's all. Okay, next is like, what is REST API? An API or an API, application programming interface, is a set of rules that define how application can connect to and communicate with each other. Okay, they'll ask you this, what is an API? Okay, so you can go through this. And REST API is an API that conforms to the design principle of the REST. Okay, matlab you'll have a representational state transfer architecture style, right? In REST, they have set of principles, set of rules that it holds good or not. It will just check. one more interview question they'll ask is what is rest assured. So don't tell rest assured is a tool or something. Okay, rest assured it's just a Java library. Okay, by using that we are achieving our rest assured API testing. Okay, it's just a Java library. Next thing, what exactly need to verify in API testing? So accuracy of a data, HTTP status code like 200, 300, 400, whatever is that. Then response time, right? Then error codes, authorization check. All these validations we do. Okay. What are the components of HTTP request? If you want to do some HTTP request, if you want to hit your API, what are the components? HTTP method request, that is post, put, delete, all those methods, base URI, resources and parameters, either it is a query or path parameter, request header and request body. Only these are the components, right? These are the 5 components of HTTP request. Okay. Next important question they'll ask you, what is the difference between path parameter and query parameter? Okay. Path parameter are used to identify the resources uniquely. For example, in booking, while booking we had ID, while getting the get API, we used to give ID, some whichever the we generated via post, that we used to give it in this get, right? ID specifically, okay, 10, 11, 12, that ID, that is called as a path parameter. You will give along with your resource. Okay. Query parameter are used to add the capability to filter the base URI. Okay, for example, in the booking itself, if you had a booking ID, matlab particular ID, or if you want to provide some limit in real time limit, okay, or if you want to, you have like 100 days data, in that you're providing the limit of 10, matlab some filter, and that starts with question mark. This is your base URI, this is your resource. It will start with question mark, value equal to this. This is your query parameter. Okay, so path parameter will come along with the base resources. Okay, it will just give a ID or a employee ID. In that way, query parameter is a kind of filter. Okay. Then difference between the API versus UI testing. UI testing communicates on the look and feel of an application. Either way, they'll ask the UI testing and API testing, or what is web services and what is API testing. They'll ask in this way. Web services is nothing but again the UI testing only. It will depend on the look and feel of an application. API testing is focused on the functionality of a business logic. Okay. Can we use the post instead of put? Yes, of course we can use. Okay. Either you can use put or post. If you're using post also, it will work. Again, it will go and update, or it will create an entry. Instead of updating, it will just create an entry. That's all. What is a payload? Payload is nothing but, they'll ask you what is payload. Payload is nothing but body like JSON. JSON body is there, right? That is the payload. How do we define API in REST assured? That is given, when, then. By using these 3 keywords only, we'll define our API. In given, you'll go all your inputs. That's a header, body, any query parameter you'll give in given. When you'll give a method, that is post, get, put, delete, along with resources, then you'll validate your assertions and you'll get your response. What are the serialization and deserialization? Converting the Java object into request body. How we did, right? That one is serialization. Converting the response back to a Java object is called as a deserialization. This is very, very important. They'll ask you for sure this question. Okay. Few JSON parsing techniques. So how will parse a JSON? By using a JSON path, I showed you, right? How to parse the JSON matlab. How to parse the JSON matlab, like reading a response. Okay. Either by using, we can do by using a JSON path, right? Another method we can use by using a deserialization. I'll just show you like how we can use a deserialization in going ahead. How to upload a file using a API. Okay. So we'll have one method called multi-part. By using or with the help of that, we can just upload a file. Uploading file is nothing but you'll keep your file in some Notepad or Notepad+, one JSON file you will keep it. Okay. How will read the JSON file from that in your body? Okay, by using multi-part, we can using a multi-part method, we can read it. I'll just tell you going ahead how we can do that. Okay, status code. Now, when we come to status code, 200 is a request was successfully created. 201 was new resource was successfully created. 401 was invalid. 403 was client do not have permission to access the request. So as you can see here, all 400 resources are like if something is not correct from our end. Okay, in that case, request was invalid means 401, this authorization or something is wrong. In this case, you'll get 401. Okay, so if something is wrong from our end, you'll get 400 series. If something, see 500, the request was not completed due to the internal error of the server. 503 was server was unavailable. So due to some server side issue, we'll get 500 series. Client side issues will get 400 series. If it is successfully created or successfully new entry was made, in that case we'll get 200 series. Okay, these are the status codes. How to validate the response for any API? So if you want to validate the response, for example, always like without using a new method also, we can use it in TestNG also, right? Instead of new method, you can use a TestNG. Then you have some response. You have put it in map. Then what you will take is you will that thing as a input here. Okay, you will take that thing as an input. Then you will just do a comparison. Okay, you will just validate. Okay, in this value was there or not. Okay, in this path, ID was this or no. We'll just validate. Okay. Okay. Few ways used to read or pass the JSON. Put directly in the body using a serialization using a JSON file. So 3 ways of reading a JSON. Okay, one is like using a payload, right? How we read the body by using a payload. Second one is serialization by the help of Pojo class. Third one is reading a JSON file, that is static JSON file, how to read it from the file. I'll show it to you. How to read the JSON from file? Okay, so you'll create a JSON parser object. Okay, by using that JSON parser, just you will create a new file reader where you will give your file inside in JSON file path. Then that will convert it to parser, then JSON object. Then you can read it. Okay, as we go on, like I'll just show you while programming way, like how we can read the JSON file. Okay, it will be more clear. Compared to JSONs, sometimes they'll ask that, majorly they'll not ask. On very few interviews, if it is quite tough, they'll ask you. So you will create a 2 object for 2 JSON path. Okay, then you will just do one thing. You have an object mapper where you have created an object 1 of object mapper. Then you will read those and you'll just put a dot equal, so if it is a equal or not. In this way, you can compare 2 JSONs. This we'll see, okay, but majorly this won't be asked, but sometime they may ask. Can't help that time, because if it is too tough or too product based, they'll ask in that case. How to assert full body from a file? How to put the assert? So how we'll do, if you want to see an output, you will just put a log, all right. Then you have, like, if you want to put assertion or something, you have a matchers dot equal to, well, you will copy it entirely the file path and you will do it. We'll see related to file, no, JSON file, all comparison, reading the data and all, we'll see. Okay. Okay, this was all about the rest assured interview questions.